Jai Hind, beautiful listeners. Today we would be discussing evolution of data, what is big data, what is big data analytics and its application. So to start with, we know technology evolved with each passing day. Today, from telephone we use mobile phones. Storing data on the desktop, today we store the data on the clouds. Google Cloud is such example. From cars to smart cars, technology evolved by each passing decade. Today, the generation is of IoT, Internet of Things. Internet development made its outreach to every devices which we use today. From the plants to the ACs, we see Internet of Things everywhere. Social media is another platform which is also responsible for providing such huge amount of data. Facebook, Twitter, and everything else brings a load of data into the technology. So to start with, we need to understand what actually big data is. It is a term for collection of data sets so large and complex that it becomes difficult to process using on-hand database system tools or traditionally data processing applications. We classify big data on basis of 5 V's, which are volume, variety, velocity, value and veracity. We will discuss about them one by one. What is volume? By 2020, accumulated digital universe of data will grow from 4.4 zettabytes today to around 44 zettabytes or 44 million gigabytes. What we understand by this is from the radio set to the data which are coming from logically from each and every department, we see that there is a large amount of data coming through from various devices, which is provides a challenge to storing those data into some kind of storing devices. The second point is variety. Different kinds of data is being generated from various sources, which can be structured, semi-structured and unstructured. That can be in video format, Excel sheets, images, logs, tables, etc. etc. The third way is velocity. Data is being generated at an alarming rate. Today, every 60 seconds, 1820 terabytes of data is created, which is a large amount of data. The fourth is actually very much important, that is the value, which means mechanism to bring the correct meaning out of the data. It is very much essential to store the data and to store the meaningful data in the database. The fifth V is veracity. We also need to remove any analogies of the data which are inconsistent with the tables we have formed. Which means if we are storing a data of water or liquid materials, if something solid comes into it, it is meaningless. So we need to remove these kind of anomalies. Now, what is big data analytics? Big data analytics examines large and different types of data to uncover hidden patterns, correlations and other insights. We see that today in today's COVID-19 period, there were many analogies came. How this was came? Due through big data analytics. We also see that big data finds its usage in many various regions. First such reason is making smarter and more efficient organization. New York police use this big data analytics to predict the crime rate in a particular aspects of city, and they remove the crime in that particular area by reaching earlier there. They reduce the crime rate by 20%. What does that mean? This means that in every 100 crimes, 20 crimes were already removed before it actually occurred. The second usage of big data analytics is optimize business operations by analyzing customer behavior. Analyzing all the clicks of every visitor on website, studying the paths leading them to buy products and customer satisfaction provides a large amount of data to study upon and give them better services. Cost reduction is also one of the usage of big data. As we see, storing such large terabytes on a normal server can be a costly affair. So using big data through Hadoop can decrease the cost. Also, to the customers, it's a boon. We can take the example of Parkland Hospital. Parkland Hospital uses analytics and predictive modeling to identify high-risk patients and predict likely outcome once patients are sent home. As a result, Parkland reduced 30-day readmission for patients and heart failure by 31%, saving $5,000 annually. So you know how much effective big data can be. Big data is also finding its military usage. As you know, logistics movements are very much costly affairs, and proper utilization of map reduce can decrease the cost effectively. So friends, we know big data is a great boon to the nation and to the technologies we have. We need to harness its qualities properly. But now we need to understand how to use this big data, and that we will covering in the subsequent videos to come. Thank you and Jai Hind. Stay blessed.